Hey, hey, I'm back. Sorry for not filming for 4 months. I have had school, and that was the worst semester of my entire life. Oh my God. All I learned is that physics is hard and people are mean. And I already fucking knew that. So I'm good now. Exams are over. I have a break. Fantastic. Love it. I wanted to talk about my journaling process in this video. I think I like watching these videos of other people talking about their process. So I thought I would share mine. There was a lot of journaling this semester, a lot of it. So I wanted to talk about it. Starting off with some background, the journal I use is and I'm not going to pronounce this right, the Leuchtturm 1917. I don't know if that's the year the company was founded or if that's like the model of the journal. And I use the lined version, not the dotted, like dotted paper or the graph paper version. I don't know why I use this kind of journal, but it's the only journal I've ever used, like since I started journaling, which I started journaling at 14 in eighth grade, towards the end of eighth grade. I kind of just gained consciousness. I started having thoughts, and I was like, oh my God, these need to go somewhere that's not in between my ears. Like, these need to go on, like, anywhere else. So I put them on paper. And yeah, I've been journaling since then. I journaled in high school. I would say when I first started journaling, it was relatively consistent, like once a week, once every 2 weeks. And then it fluctuated all of high school. So sometimes it was really consistent. Sometimes I just wouldn't journal for 2 months, just depended. And then when I got to college, I was journaling more consistently. It wasn't frequent, but it was more consistently. So I was journaling once every week or every 2 weeks. And then in the past year, I've journaled a lot more. It's been more like once a day. At the very, very least, it's been once a week. It doesn't matter what it is, there's always words on the paper. Sometimes there's a single word. Sometimes I just write exclamation points. Doesn't matter, but there's something, there's pen on paper. I have like one big rule when I journal. One thing that I like stand by, and that's when the journal is done when I say it's done. Doesn't matter how many pages are left empty. I've noticed in my time journaling that after I go through it doesn't even matter. It's just like a feeling, when you feel like you've gone through something or you're at a point in life. Um, for me anyway, when I journal, uh, if I feel like I'm not the same person writing in the book, I want a new journal. I want to start with something new. That I don't know. Maybe it's an energy thing. Maybe it's just a me thing. I want it to be done and I want to start something new. So I'll talk more about that in a little bit, but that is something that I think is a very important part of my process. Uh, Otherwise, I grow to resent journaling. If I have to journal in the same thing, I don't know. Anyway, so I have 3 journals right now. 2 I use consistently and one I do not. The one I don't use consistently is this little guy. I bought it with the intention that I would journal in it when I was out and about, but my notes app is right there. And frankly, that's just easier. So I definitely, like, if I'm in class, I'm not going to pull that out of my bag and write something down in it. I'm going to open my notes app and I'm going to write something there. And I would say, like, oh, I want to try to use the small, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. As long as the thoughts are going somewhere, even if it is the notes app, that's fine. That's what's working for me. So I'm not going to fix something that isn't broken. The next journal I have is I was using it as a journal for a while. Actually, it wasn't that long. I used maybe 30 pages to write on, maybe 50. And then I was like, okay, I'm done. Uh, and was like, well, I don't really want to waste the rest of the pages. So I started using it as a scrapbook. Scrapbook is like too nice of a word. I'm putting anything in there: straw wrappers, gum wrappers, um, wristbands, tickets, receipts. It's just a collection of things that happen. I like it because it's such a like here's what's going on in my life. I write a little note next to it. I'm like, this is what this is from. Plane ticket here, train ticket here, wherever. Stickers, notes from Depop orders. That's a big one. There's lots of those in there. Um, yeah, really anything. And so it's still getting used. I actually like there's a lot in here, and I still have a good 100 pages left, but I don't know if the journal will be able to close. So it might almost be done. So there's that, and then my last journal is one I use to write in every day, or mostly every day. Through exams, I have not been writing a lot because I've been studying, but yeah, that's the one that sees the most attention from me. I love the journal so much. It's great. I only write however much I feel is necessary. I don't think I need to write a full paragraph in each entry, but as long as something's being written down. I know a lot of people will try to be detailed about their day, but sometimes I'll be like, fuck this, everything sucked. And yes, that needs to go in the journal. But I've also tried, ugh, I'm gonna sound so annoying, but trying to write good things that have happened to me instead of just letting the journal be a catch-all for negativity. I try to write things that I have enjoyed, which I will say does work. I'm not gonna lie. I feel better when I write good things in there. Uh, I would not say I'm a negative person overall, but I don't like when the negativity is stuck in my head. I just want it to go somewhere. But the good things should also go somewhere. I hope I'm making sense when I say this. So I write it all down. Sometimes I just write lists. There's a lot of lists in this journal. Here are things that I like: low waisted pants, concerts, yerba mate. Like, I'll just, whatever. So that's an actual entry. I'm 99% sure I'm quoting myself from an entry like 4 months ago. Uh, because I don't know, there's something I do read through these once in a blue moon. I'll go back and read through these entries, and I mean once every 2 years maybe. I do not read through these frequently, but it's really nice to have some testament to existence other than, I don't know, thinking or walking around every day. I like having some sort of documentation that I have lived. Uh, and it's kind of nice to go back through the things that are nice rather than the things that are just fuck this. So I'm not going to say practicing gratitude because that's not always the case. Uh, Sometimes I'm not explicitly grateful, but and I don't know. Sometimes I feel like saying practicing gratitude could be a little bit misleading. That's a thought I haven't let fully cook all the way through. So maybe that's a video for another time. But yeah, I don't know. There's I have a lot of things to say, and a lot of it I can't put in a video and post on here, so it goes in the journal. But yeah, I hope there was something to be learned from this video. I don't know if you enjoy journaling, but I recommend it. It doesn't work for everyone, but it works for me, and that is what I need. So, bye.